say they'll release the name of a man who died later today. Plus, there may soon be charges filed in this case as well. The Highway Patrol says a semi pulling a tanker full of antifreeze yesterday afternoon stopped in the right lane for an unknown reason.
The victim came up from behind, tried to swerve out of the way, but ended up hitting that tanker trailer and then puncturing it. Both rigs ended up partially in the ditch, and the victim's semi then started on fire.
It's a difficult scene for all the first responders. Number one, you're dealing with a very, very violent crash that occurred between two very large vehicles. There was a fire that resulted, and obviously, unfortunately, one of those drivers was unable to get out of that truck. So it's a very disturbing scene.
About 6,700 gallons of that antifreeze leaked into a ditch. Cleanup will be completed by an environmental company. The Highway Patrol says the ethylene glycol is not hazardous to drivers. However, one I94 lane was shut down for about 7 hours. However, it did reopen around 9 o'clock last night.
At this hour, troopers are only identifying the man who died as a 72-year-old from British Columbia. The other driver is a 52-year-old man from Ontario. He was not hurt in this crash, but could be facing charges. Investigators now interviewing him about why he stopped his semi on the highway completely.
Just about 6:51 on our Thursday morning. Let's get a check of your forecast with a First Alert Weather Day. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, today, tomorrow, all thanks to some wind and snow and other issues that we are going to be dealing with as we are hitting the roads this morning and just stepping out the door too. Here's our view right now in Fargo. You see a plow going by along I-29, a shaky camera as well. If you look closely at the road surface, it's shiny. We've got some icy roads and parking lots and sidewalks out there this morning with temperatures that have dropped below freezing now in Fargo. It's 27 degrees. The wind is out of the north at 26 miles per hour. It's gusting to 38, so a strong wind here. So once we see any snow with those kind of winds, we're talking about very low visibility and issues with blowing and drifting snow across the road. So that's how it's looking in Fargo right now. Grand Forks, this is a still view, but it's windy there as well. We're seeing winds into the 20s, north wind at 20 miles per hour, 23 degrees is your temperature right now, and it does feel colder when we factor in that wind. So feels more like 8 degrees right now in Grand Forks. So moving into the Southern Valley, the reason I mentioned that wind in Fargo combining with increasing snow chances, well, southeastern North Dakota, you can see this band of snow moving into parts of Cass County, even some of it stretching now north of the metro, and then the heart of this more into western parts of Ransom County, moving toward Lisbon and back down into Ellendale right now, seeing that snow. And then over to the east, we've had a little bit of rain reported in Wadena on the warmer side of things. We're starting to fill in some snow in that area where I'm expecting to see the heavier snow amounts with this system. You can see the bulk of the heavy precipitation is down into South Dakota. We'll be passing by just south and east of us, but it's still bringing some moisture into the valley, and it's also bringing wind to the region as well. So we're looking at an icy wait perhaps out at the bus stop for kids this morning. So make sure that they're being careful when they're walking out there. We're looking at windy conditions as well. We may be seeing some snow around that 8 o'clock hour in Fargo-Moorhead at that point. And then this afternoon, temperatures continue to slide. So we'll be in the teens to some low 20s with those northerly winds ushering in that colder air. And again, some blowing and drifting snow being a possibility. Even after it ends this morning, we'll still have a little bit of wind. We enter somewhat of a break tonight and into early Friday. It'll still be breezy, but more gusts into the 20s to about 30 miles per hour instead of that 40 mile per hour gust we're going to see today. However, Friday, we're going to get another round of this swinging through. That's going to kick up the wind. It's going to bring some scattered snow showers as well, especially in the east. So we're looking at the potential for more blowing and drifting snow. We do quiet down heading into the weekend. A little bit of wind Saturday morning, so I'll have to watch out for some blowing snow for anybody driving in the morning hours. But after that, the weekend quiets down. It's just going to be cold here. Temperatures teens and 20s Saturday and Sunday.
All right, bracing ourselves for the cold, and we know spring knocks on the door on Monday technically, so I'm hanging on to that. Thank you for the updates this morning, Lisa. Let's go ahead and get a check of our roadways with our morning commute with Jordan.
Yeah, good morning. If only we could hear that knocking. Sure doesn't feel like it when we look at our roadways here this morning in your road report. There is a no travel advisory for central portions of North Dakota. I've zoomed in on it. I'm going to outline it here. Major county in that Cass County and the no travel advisory going on over to Barnes, Stutzman, all the way over to Kidder and then into the Bismarck area, but I won't focus on that. Then down to Emmons County, up on over to the bottom of Stutzman County, and now a new one just added this morning, Lemoore County, also now in a no travel advisory. And then it goes along the bottom of Barnes and Cass counties over to the Red River, and there again. Now everything in the red here, no travel advised. That includes the interstate, I94, from Fargo to Bismarck this morning. So they're saying you should stay off the road there. I need to clarify, it's still legal to be on the interstate. It's still open, but authorities are saying it can be very dangerous, so you need to watch out. Now, we actually have an incident that has popped up on the interstate already. I-94 westbound, there's a crash on Junction 81 heading north. Now, actually, that wouldn't make sense if it's I-94. It would be westbound. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong thing. Westbound I-94 at Junction 81, there is a crash this morning already. In other areas where there is not the no travel advisory, such as north of I-94, we are in the travel alert. That includes Grand Forks County, Ramsey County, and then all the way up to Cavalier County as we look toward the Canadian border. All of the roads there, I-29, Highway 2, every other one, either ice or snow covered this morning, so you need to be careful there. That would probably explain why a lot of schools are now either delaying or going virtual today. That's at the bottom of your screen. In Minnesota, Lakes Country right now, thankfully looking pretty clear, but as we head more toward the northwest corner of the state, head up Highway 75 as we hit Crookston, going on over to Thief River Falls even. We got full to partial snow coverage on those roads. That extends all the way over to about Bemidji this morning on Highway 2 in Minnesota from East Grand Forks to Bemidji. Full to partial snow coverage, and then it gets to full coverage as we head north more towards Argyle and Hallock this morning. So you can stay up to date all day long with these road conditions. If you have that VNL weather app, just click on the road report tile down below and it will take you to the current condition page. Ashlyn?
All right, tricky travel this morning. Thank you, Jordan. New this morning, one woman is hurt after a rollover near Bemidji, and police say alcohol was involved in the incident. The State Patrol says 53-year-old Ruby Wind of Red Lake hit a snowbank on Highway 2 last night around 11 and rolled. She was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Students heading back to class today in Cavalier, North Dakota after 2 days off because of a gun violence threat. The school day starts with an assembly for grades 6 through 12 involving teachers, counselors, and police.
A new cell phone policy also takes hold today. That means no more cell phones allowed in class. Students have to keep their phones in their lockers. Cavalier police also confirm one person is now being referred to juvenile court in connection with the threats this week. A West Fargo man is facing charges related to a house fire back in January. 31-year-old Nicholas Fredette is now accused of endangering by fire or explosion and animal cruelty.
The fire started January 10th in the 500 block of 17th Street East. 3 people were inside the house at the time and 2 dogs had to be rescued.
Have you ever dreamed of becoming a firefighter or wanted to know what they do? Well, we have your chance. The West Fargo Fire Department has their Fire Academy back on.
The Valley Today's Nishay Taylor joining us live with the details about how to get involved with the program. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning to you both. That's right. The West Fargo Citizens Fire Academy is back for the 3rd year so far. During the 7-week program, participants will get to experience quite a bit. They'll get hands-on experience of what it takes to be a firefighter. The participants will get to wear the gear, put out fires, and even drive a fire truck. The West Fargo Fire Marshal says that there is a lot more that goes into what their firefighters do.
A lot of people just look at firefighters, all they do is put out fires. They do medical runs, they do fire prevention, they do community assessments. There's a variety of tasks that they do.
Yeah, their jobs are very important, so this program will be very exciting for folks who are looking to sign up. Now, you must be 18 years old and must live or work in West Fargo in order to participate in the program. It runs between May 3rd through June 14th. That's a 7-week program. And also, the application deadline is April 21st. Reporting live in West Fargo, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
And you even get to ride in the fire truck. We heard that this morning.
Yeah, we did. Big thrill for a lot of folks. Nishay, thank you.
A neighborhood revitalization program opens today for homeowners looking for low-interest loans to upgrade their properties. $15 million is available through Gate City Bank.
Money will be distributed to people in the FM Metro, Grand Forks, East Grand, Wapaton, Fergus Falls, Breckenridge. Applications must be received by Halloween. Loan amounts can range from $10,000 to $100,000. Well, move over, Labrador Retrievers. America has a new favorite dog breed for the first time in 31 years. It's the French Bulldog.
Aww.
The American Kennel Club says the stats are based on more than 716,000 puppies and other dogs newly registered last year.
Frenchies can be expensive. You will be asking, how much is that doggy in the window?
No, there it is.
The upward cost is around $5 grand, and we know if they get sick, those vet bills can also be costly. But they are said to be comical, friendly, and loving, offering a lot in such a small package.
Oh, well, cute stuff. All right. Well, thank you for joining us here this morning. Have a great day.
Yeah, good to have you. See you next time.